Hello traders! Welcome back sa ating YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to discuss your favorite stock request session para magkaroon kayo ng idea kung anong mga stocks ang magandang bantayan para matrade natin for the coming week. You can also comment your requested stock dito sa ating FB page para kung may mga tanong kayo, masasagot natin dito sa ating YouTube session. So let's get started. Starting off with our index, kung makikita nyo, nagkakaroon ng resistance somewhere in the 6600 level. At kung makikita nyo, na unti-unti na siya nagkakaroon ng correction or retracement. Kung magpapatuloy ito for the next coming days or weeks, kung pwedeng i-challenge niya ulit itong 6300 or 6400 level, na titingnan nyo maigi kapag nagsusupport ba to or hindi na niya masusuportahan yung level na to. In case na hindi na masuportahan yung level na to, pwedeng magkaroon ng breakdown at i-challenge niya itong 6200 level of support. Now, last week, nabanggit ko, di ba, na pwedeng magtuloy-tuloy at i-challenge siya itong 6200 level. Pero, nagkamali tayo sa expectation. On Monday, umangat siya bigla, no? So, despite of the lockdowns and Delta COVID variant, nagkaroon pa kagad ng rebound at mabilis yung naging rebound niya. So, what you would expect, no, about this COVID situation or itong Delta variant is keep monitoring, no? Keep monitoring kasi kapag lalong dumadami ang daily cases, and as far as I am concerned, di ba, mga nasa 10,000 per day na ang COVID cases right now. So, keep monitoring kasi kung pwedeng yan yung maging sanhi ng pagbagsak ulit ng market. Pero, expectation na kapag magkakaroon ng drastic na pagbagsak, yung market, hindi na siya kasing lala nung last year na March 2020. Hindi na siya ganun kalala. It might be, kunwari magkaroon ng drastic na movement, it might challenge itong 6200 level up until like itong 5800 level or 6000 level. Pero, hindi na yan babalik sa may, around dito sa may 4,000 or 4,000 somewhere 4,500 level. Medyo malabo na yon, no? So, ito yung sa tingin kong pinakamababa na ikabababa ng index natin should things go worse, no? Kasi kahit paano, I think malapit yung election and the government official or yung mga politiko natin dyan, they are doing their best kasi malapit na ang election. So, of course, kung they are trying to do their best, kahit paano, mamimitigate yung mga ganitong instances na widespread ng mga COVID Delta variant. Okay? So, now let's go into the individual stock na katulad nitong ni ASEN. So, kung makikita nyo, last Friday, nagkaroon siya ng breakout dito sa may 9.15 pesos per share. Pero, ingat lang kayo dahil meron tayong tinatawag na bearish divergence, and at the same time, medyo nagkakaroon ng double top formation. So, what you would like to expect for the next week or this week sa Monday is kung masusustain itong 9.15 pesos per share. Kung masustain niya yan at magtuloy-tuloy, pwedeng i-challenge niya itong 10.14 na all-time high at itong 11.14 na resistance or future resistance. So, bakit nagkaroon ng ganitong drastic movement? As far as you know, kasi diba, speculations, isasama si ASEN sa index rebalancing at nagkatotoo nga. At isa rin sa naisama is itong si Converge. So, if you will try to look with Converge right now, nagkaroon siya ng gap up. Pero right now kasi, I'm not quite confident to trade Converge kasi medyo overbought na to. And kung maalala ninyo, alam ko na mention ko ito na maganda pag dito ka bumili sa all-time high level, no? So, pwede kung nakapasok ka dito tapos hindi ka pa nagbebenta. Pero ako kasi lately, nung nagkakaroon na ng pangit sa index natin at nagkaroon ng breakdown somewhere here, nabenta ko na yung Converge natin. So, wrong timing, and of course, hindi naman natin expected na may isasali ko sa index. And no one knows na dahil nagkaroon ng changes dun sa rules, di ba? So, pwede nyo tingnan yun sa PSE Edge kung gusto nyo tingnan. Merong mga changes of rules doon na pwede nyo basahin para at least updated din kayo. No one expected na itong si Converge may isasama sa index natin. So, ang expectation natin si ASEN, tapos, ayun, kaya nagkaroon ng massive gap up si Converge. So, next thing, we'll talk about APL. With APL kasi ito, marami din tong mga traders na nagre-request neto dahil siguro nakita nila yung run up neto last year. And of course, baka may mga naiipit somewhere here. And kagaya ng sabi ko, pagka na-breakdown itong 0.16 pesos per share, dapat out ka na. So kung makikita mo dito, di ba, kung i-extend natin tong box na to, 0.16 pesos per share, breakdown dito at breakdown pa ng MA200. So, nagkaroon ng massive na pagbagsak, no? So, pag nagkaroon ng ganon, nag-consolidate dito and we don't know or good entry point rather, wala akong makitang good entry point as of this point in time with APL. So, I would suggest kung tinitingnan mo to, is stay on the sidelines. Pero kung kunwari, nabili mo siya somewhere here sa taas at hindi ka napakat loss, medyo matindi talaga yung pagkakaibit mo niyan. So, if you want me to discuss with your position, pwede nyo akong i-message para at least matingnan natin, masilip natin para at least mabigyan kita ng guidance. Although, medyo mahirap nang i-correct, no? Kasi masyado nang malalim yung ipit, lalo na kung nabili mo sa taas. Kahit paano, tingnan natin kung ano yung may tutulong ko sa inyo. Okay? So, next thing is PHA. Si PHA naman nagkaroon ng parang V pattern formation here. Nagkaroon kaagad siya ng reversal. So, kung nadali mo to, meron kang sariling trading system na napabili ka somewhere here, you are now enjoying like 30% gain. Yun nga lang, for me, on my perspective, wala ko nakikitang good entry point. So, I would suggest stay on the sidelines ka lang muna. And if you have PHA, pwede mag-take profit ka na since nagkakaroon na siya ng resistance dito sa MA20. Pwede ka mag-trim down or pwede mo ibenta mo na lahat. Okay? So, next thing, ito rin isa sa mga bagger stocks natin last year, no? So, kung makikita nyo, nagkaroon ng breakdown somewhere here nung pumangit yung index and nakahanap siya ng support somewhere here dito sa 3.12 pesos per share. Nagkaroon ng intraday na shakeout, no? Para mapakatlos yung mga bumili ng 3.12 pesos per share. Pero eventually, bumawi naman and on the succeeding days, nag-breakout pa sa 3.44 pesos per share. At this point in time, wala akong nakitang good entry point even with this 3.12 pesos per share dahil medyo we are looking on the stocks na talaga may potential talaga. Hindi lang tayo bumibili sa support, then buy on support, then sell on resistance. Hindi lang ganun kadali yung stock market. So, we are trying to see the probability na magkakaroon to ng good return, good reward, and risk-reward opportunity, yung mga ganon. So, with this narrative, I do not see a good entry point kahit naman dito siya nag-stabilize sa 3.12 pesos per share. Pero just in case, kunwari, napabili ka sa 3.12, pwedeng you can look on selling your stock right now kapag ka medyo hindi na niya ma-break itong MA20. Or kung ma-break man niya, you have to look at the 3.76 pesos per share kung mabe-break out pa ba or dito na magkakaroon ng retracement. So next thing dito, another stock din to last year, no, na talagang bagger stock, and of course marami din ang sumisilip neto at tumitingin para at least tinitingnan nila kung tataas pa ba or lalo na kung nabili nila sa medyo mataas na prices. So at this point in time, I do not see good entry point with dito, so I would rather suggest na you should stay on the sidelines, avoid muna this stock, no. This book, Earning Your First Million in Stock, will teach you the basic principles of fundamental analysis, technical analysis, market psychology, risk management, self-management, and a successful trading system itself. I really believe in order for you to become a consistently profitable trader, kailangan ma-master mo yung 5 components na nabanggit ko kanina, because they will serve you as an important ingredient in creating your own successful trading journey. Parang if you plan to bake some cookies, hindi po pwedeng mawala kahit isang basic component or else your baking would be a failure. You cannot bake without a flour or asukal lang ang meron ka, di ba? So, ganun din sa trading. Hindi pwede mag-trade ka na walang technical analysis, merong funda, pero minsan walang market psychology or walang risk management. It is a complete system or trading system na i-guide ko kayo within this book para matuto kayo. Besides that, in this book, I will share you a compilation of my successful trades of not less than 50% in gains throughout my entire 4-year trading career para maaral ninyo at ma-apply nyo sa real-world trading. So our next and final stocks, GMA7, at kung maalala ninyo, na-recommend ko to sa mga students ko, but unfortunately, na-hit yung mga trail stops dito around MA9, MA20. So, it should signal them to sell all of their shares already. So, at this point in time, kung makakakita kayo, nagkaroon ng V formation, nagkaroon ng pivot dito sa 11.5 pesos per share, and trying to complete the right hand side of the V pattern formation. So, ang dapat mong bantayan or tignan is kung mabe-breakout ba niya itong 14.9 pesos per share. Kung sakasakaling ma-breakout niya ito, pwedeng i-challenge yung next resistance na 15.39 at 15.97. So, ayun lang. I hope marami kayong natutunan dito sa short discussion natin sa stock request. And kung may mga questions kayo, you can comment down below or you can message me personally kung gusto niyo ng guidance regarding on your positions, lalo na kung medyo naguguluhan kayo. Okay, so God bless and good night.